Okay, so we're starting again. This is another bush can. That's got for 10 cents. Put it in the bag there. I'm going down as far as where the horses are, and then I'm turning around because I don't interfere with the horses. I don't like to get around the horses because horses are nervous animals, and having a stranger in around picking cans and clanking around bags full of stuff and whatnot, it can throw them off their game a bit, and I don't want to do that to them. You can see the horses were here though. They've left their calling card. They have. Here we go. See, this is what I mean though. You always find alcohol containers around the where the horses are. You do. All right. That's a good tip for anybody who's just starting out doing this. Go where the horses are, but don't interfere with them. Never put yourself in a position where you're interfering with a horse. Even just being too close, you can interfere with them. So, always be very careful of that. It's all about respect. Look at this now. See that? That would have went right around this tree, but the tree has outgrown it. So this big tree would fit in there at one time, not that long ago either. I say I like stuff like that. I find it interesting. I do. Anyway, like I say, I don't see any horses up here, so it's safe for me to come through here. There's another beer container. Take that. Michelob. We'll take that, we will. 10 cents. Making a fortune, 10 cents at a time. Okay, again, I'm along all these bushes and stuff because people tend, after they have a drink, they'll toss their container back into the bushes. So, oftentimes you'll find a little stash of empty alcohol containers. And people are creatures of habit too, so they tend to throw them all in the same spot. You know, and a big brick there for a weight, eh? Yeah. Alright. There's a big wheel. Alright. Yeah. Okay now. Nothing along here so far. Now, there's a grove of trees, though, up that way that often has a bunch of containers in it. There's the grove of trees straight ahead. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and we'll see here. We'll see what I can find. What is the admission here? I want to see what it is. Okay. Well, that's not as bad as I thought it was. Yeah. Still, if you have a whole family, it could add up. But it's not as bad as I thought. I will say that for it. Okay. Apples. Lots of apples. Back again. Oh, there's some old tractors. Yeah. They have tractor races and tractor pulls and things here too, so they might be a part of that situation. I don't know. I do not know. Okay, now. Here we go. Whiskey lemonade. 6% alcohol. That'll work. Okay. Right. When I was young and I'd come to the fair, there was an outfit ran these fairs called Peter Mark's Midways. And I'll tell you, they were a pretty ragtag bunch. Their trucks were ancient and were broken down all the time. It wasn't unusual to see a truck sitting here for a month after the fair ended, waiting to be picked up because it was broken down. White Claw. You know, that wasn't an uncommon thing at all. And yeah, see, in the bushes, just like I said. Look at this, we got a little stash of cans in here. Yeah. Voice of experience, I guess. This is what I did for a lot of years, and so I know the procedure right off. All right, now I'll go back up here along near the fence and see. People tend to hide when they're drinking. Even if they're of age and they can legally do it, they'll still hide. And then they try to hide the evidence that they've been drinking too, you know. So they'll toss them in the bushes. It's just something in human nature that brings that about. There's a certain shame connected with drinking in people's minds. Whether it should be or not, I'm not saying. This isn't a judgment on my part. This is just me saying that that's a fact about people is all, you know. So knowing that, you can have a lot of, you can make some really good guesses as to where the containers will be. There we go, right in here. They make them hard to get to, the buggers, though. I wish they'd release some of their shame and hide them in a more obvious place, where I didn't have to go into the bushes to get them. But still. Anyway, when you know that about people, it makes it easy to find the containers, you know, because you know where they'll put them. Look at this all along here. See that there isn't alcohol. This one is, though. Like I say, there was a time I'd take them both, but not anymore. It's not worth my while anymore. But the alcohol containers still have value. I take them. Look at this, right back here. There's a stash right here in this one spot. One, and that's a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 'Try to get as much of that out of them as I can. 7, 8. There's 8 right there. And I see another one back here that I walked past. 9. There's actually more on the other side of the fence too. I used to carry around a grabby claw where I could pick them up. Okay, now this is just an energy drink. We toss it out there so that the garbage collectors can get it easier, so they don't have to come back here to get it. Or anybody who's still collecting pop cans, because there are some who still do it. They can pick it up. Yeah. Anyway, let's go back here and see. There we go. Yeah, so right there I made $1. That's $1 I just made right there. Now that doesn't seem like much, but you do that several times and you've made several dollars. And the thing is, it's really not hard work. You know, it's not as if I'm breaking my back or anything to do it. I'm going to come back out along the other way here in a minute. But I want to look and see here. Say, in the bushes you always find stuff. Oh. There we go. Like I say, I probably could have found more, but that's my first bottle. You don't see bottles as much as you used to. Most of the people are drinking from cans these days. Looking around here. There we go. 2 Budweiser cans. I'm just making money hand over fist. Wait a minute now. That black bag there. Nope, that's nothing. When in doubt, hit it with your foot. Because it's always better to get something on your foot than to get it on your hand if it turns out to be something you don't want to touch. Okay, let me see. Let's see what's going on up here. Yeah. You know what? I'll look on the other side of these containers. This is a spot where somebody would come to drink. So we'll just look and see here. But no, nothing here. Okay, let's go back then. Never hurts to look. I'd have wondered had I not looked. So, nothing there anyway. Let's see. That grove of trees over there is usually a good spot to find stuff. Anyway, I'll shut this down now and I'll meet you guys over there. I'm just going to take a quick walk around in this field and get as much as I can. There's one. It pays to... Wait a minute. No, that's not... Or is it? Oh, hard 7-Up, 7% alcohol. Okay. I was right. It is of value. It does have some value in it. All right. That looks like another can there. But it may not be the kind I want. No, it's a bottle. Sometimes when you walk back again, you see stuff that you missed the first time too. Alright now. Okay. We see you later.